Hare Krishna. Namaste. Chapter 5, entitled as Karma Sannyasa Yogam. Sloka 7. Yoga-yukto viśuddhātmā vijitātmā jitendriyaḥ sarva-bhūtātma-bhūtātmā kurvann lipyate. We have been discussing this sloka, especially the third line of the sloka is what we focused in last session. Sarva-bhūtātma-bhūtātmā. We saw that this statement is not to say that a person who has become one with all atmas. That's not the meaning of what's been said here as sarva-bhūtātma-bhūtātmā. Yesterday, we saw that as per Mayavada philosophy, everything is Maya, illusion. Just Brahman is the only ultimate truth. We saw this even through the example that was provided by the Mayavada philosophers, that moon, lake, mirror are the upadhis, are the tools. But the moon reflects on these tools. That does not mean to say the moon is 4 now in numbers. It's just a reflection of the original moon on these tools, upadhis. When the upadhis are removed, then we only see one moon. The question raised, what about those upadhis? Are they real or false? Because as per Advaita philosophy, which is Mayavada philosophy, there cannot be a second. There can be only one. So for that, the answer they gave is the upadhis are also false. So the various types of bodies that one see are just a reflection of that one Atma in other upadhis. A Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, these are different bodies. Elephant, dog, etc. When the upadhis are removed, then one can understand there is no many atmas, it is just one. They were just reflected on these different bodies. Therefore the bodies are also not real. This is Sankara's Advaita philosophy. Now following on the same lines, if everything is false, then the question is, why Krishna did not tell that everything is false? Especially for someone like Arjuna, who said, Shishyasteham sadhimam tvam prapannam. Now I am your disciple and a soul surrendered unto you. Please instruct me. This is what Arjuna stated in the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and from that point onward Krishna started speaking, giving instructions to Arjuna in different angles. It was a crucial time in the battlefield where Arjuna was so very confused and taking shelter at the feet of Krishna, seeking for good advice, true advice. When Arjuna is surrendered and is already in confused state about the truth, wanting to know what is the right thing to do in one's life and what not to do, why would Krishna not tell the truth and play a game saying I, you, these? these are bhedam. Bhedam means differences. Instead, he should have told there are no bhedam, abhedam. It's just one Atma. He shouldn't have used aham, tvam, ime, I, you, these kings, to add more confusion. Therefore, it is clear that Atmas are many from this sloka, and Krishna is not going to lie to Arjuna, at least at this time, where Arjuna have taken shelter at Krishna's feet. Then one might ask, how did Shankara interpreted the aham, tvam, ime, the differences? Because he has to address those things in his commentary. He said the differences are on the body, deha bheda. That is not to say the Atmas are many. Though there are many bodies, the Atma is one. There is no differences in Atma, as it is just one. And there is no jivatma and paramatma. It is just one Atma, that is Brahman. In this commentary, there is an issue. As per the Advaita philosophy, there is no second exists. Then how can there be deha bheda, differences between the bodies, differences between Atma and body? There shouldn't be any differences at all. Therefore, this defeats the whole concept of abheda, no differences. Also, people say liberation means merging into the Lord, Brahman. Or we commonly hear, we all become one with God. That is to say, we lose our identity. Again, that is not the right understanding either. Atma never merges, never loses its identity. They exist all the time, even after liberation. That also we can understand that the Atma exists yesterday, now and tomorrow from the same sloka, the 12th sloka of 2nd chapter. That's what Krishna said. I and you existed yesterday, before, will they exist in future, and now we have been existing. But the example to prove the merging concept has been given. 2 examples been given. Number 1, adding water to a water pot which has some water in it. If you take a glass of water and pour it into the water container which already has water in it, some water, then can you take out exactly the same water that's been poured into the water pot? Or can you see any differences? The answer is no. We cannot separate after it's been gone into the water pot. We cannot see it. It becomes one. It becomes one with the water. Therefore, when an Atma merges with Brahman, it becomes Brahman. That's analogy. The first analogy has been given to prove their statement. How we are all one. How we become one. But the question to be asked with this analogy is, when a glass of water is added to the pot of water, will the quantity remain same or differ? Answer, we know for sure, is the quantity is going to increase. But we know that Brahman remains same. The absolute truth remains same. It cannot increase or it cannot decrease.
Namaste. Hare Krishna.